All right. Next series, guys. We're just going right through. We're going to have series all night. All right. We're going to go into Alcyon. 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 Alcyon? Alcyon. GuMiHo in the top right and in the bottom left. We're going to have Wayne. I am crossing my fingers that we're going to see some GuMiHo mech. I think that that would make this very, very interesting. Like, GuMiHo's bio, GuMiHo's one of my favorite players to watch. I think anyone that watches me cast a lot knows that. I get pretty excited watching GuMiHo. I like his range. Honestly, I even like his bio play. He plays a very aggressive, very marine-heavy style whenever he's playing bio. Yeah, it's cool to watch. I like his... I like the way that he does it. He's such a fun player. But, you know, obviously mech is what makes him stand out above, like, pretty much everyone else as far as entertainment value goes. I would love to see some sort of battle mech here. You know, the new Cyclone is very exciting. It seems like the way that Zergs have been dealing with it won't be as good as it used to be. So, yeah, we'll see. Wayne has red supply. That's cheating. Is there some sort of mech that is not for battling? Yes, it would be regular mech. So battle mech is... that's the name I gave to Hellion Cyclone, because Hellion Cyclone doesn't scale particularly well. So with Hellion Cyclone, you're consistently out on the map looking to battle. You need to fight consistently. You need to consistently make your opponent make units, because Hellion Cyclone, again, it doesn't scale. Like, if you have maxed out Hellion Cyclone and your opponent has any actual composition, it will kill the Hellion Cyclone, right? So you're fighting over and over and over. That's why I call it battle mech. Whereas regular mech is the type of mech that pretty much outscales everything, right? It's like more siege tank focused. So it'd be like more siege tanks. You know, you could have... the other units that you have in there are kind of more up to you. Whether do you need some Thors in there? Do you need, you know, Widow Mines? Do you need Hellions to hold things off that are coming in? You know, that's more... That one scales normally, but you're not looking for engagements. You're looking to stay safe early and build the scaling aspect of it, which is the siege tanks. So yeah, two very, very different types of mech. They require completely different types of play. So I hope that answers your question. It was me that gave it the name Battle Mech. For the guy asking in the chat. All right. Starport on the way. Floating out the barracks. Now, this is to catch the Overlord, or hopefully. What's up, Stanky?
X300. Artie, why didn't they add Dragoons to StarCraft 2? You ever think about that one?
Yeah.
Artie?
Yeah.
No Dragoons? Did the Protoss evolve to the point where neither Wet nor Dragoons were valuable in battle? They decided digging up the graves of the fallen and condemning them into the bodies of Dragoons was not appropriate. That Dragoons weren't any good against a huge line of siege tanks. They decided drying them out and making Dragoons wasn't cost effective.
Well, this is like... It's a mixture between a serious question and a joke, so I'm going to answer it as if you're serious. Yeah, you know, the Dragoon from StarCraft 1 got split into two units, the very mobile Stalker and the very tanky Immortal. So they kind of took a unit that was kind of doing both in StarCraft 1 and made it into two different things. But they both have that same type of lore. It's like what Fallen Dark Templars are in Stalkers, and then Fallen Zealots are in Immortals now, right? So... yeah, that's the lore aspect, and then like for gameplay, that's actually what they did. All right, so Armory coming up. Has those Hellions out. I actually wasn't paying super close attention. Already has a fair amount of damage on these, so that, yeah, he's going to try to heal that up very, very quickly. So a Hellbat push to start. Stim is on the way. I hate Hellbat pushes. I think you guys know that. I've been super vocal about it and correct the entire time. Let's see what he can do, though, because it looks like Wayne is trying to get some sort of all-in off here. There's the Nidus, and Gumi's going to see that. Keeps the medevac alive. Honestly, he should just fly out with the medevac, in my opinion. I guess, yeah, see, he is going to lose that medevac. But the roaches that were popping out to go through the Nidus are doing a pretty darn good job of holding this. So he is going to end up losing Mass Queen, but doesn't lose that many drones. Now, do you have enough units here to hold this? I believe so. This was a pretty greedy location to try to make it at. And if the first one doesn't open, if you don't get anything out of the first one, it's like so significantly weaker. The first one is so key to the overall success of this type of build. Now, puts the second one outside. He doesn't have a lot here to deal with it. 3 Hellions run up and turn into Hellbats to try to take it out. And, well, they'll deal some damage, and they're going to pop it just barely. But some roaches do end up getting out here. Probably should just restart immediately. Yeah, restarts it up there. Going to send some units over. Oh, God, the Marauder's going to get picked. That's a very good pick off. Okay, closes the wall just in time. Wow. Damn. Needs to drill those SCVs, I think, honestly. Like, you need to get an actual surround here. A lot of SCVs coming out to fight. Don't forget, Wayne is super, super low on drones right now. All right, he's on 39 drones during this. Now, he lost his Overseer, so there's nothing at all to spot over there, unfortunately. So no more Niduses can be made right now. All right, new Nidus comes up as he gets into position. Liberators here are kind of interesting. GuMiHo is trying to get into like a more regular bio-esque play. The Liberators I actually like. I think this is a pretty good idea. Tries to set them pretty far back. Those are hard to bile. Like, you got to go in and take some shots if you're going to bile those. They're kind of covering each other as well. Really, really nice. Look at that. The double Marauder in the bunker. That's not penetrable. Yeah, really good Vikings here. Kill off that Overseer. I don't think he can do much. What does Wayne do from here? He's like, I mean, he's been lower. He was at 30-something drones for a long time. He's in his mid-40s here. Not looking very good. Okay, Roach burrow movement and burrow, as well as +1 ranged attack. That's the next play. Gosh. A bit like burrow and burrow movement haven't been good against bio since like the beta of Wings of Liberty, honestly. It's just not that strong a thing anymore. Certainly once upon a time it had some power to it. Now, let's see if he's going to use it to try to bust an army. Like, is he... I mean, you can use it to try to bust a position. You can use it to try to bust an army when it comes out. Or you can try to use it for harassment by splitting up roaches and hitting different mineral lines. So it could be any of these things. We don't know exactly what his plan is going to be. In the meantime, he is going to walk in and try to get some damage here. Throws down some biles. Doesn't hit that many. Damages a tank. Yeah, this is... Like, GuMiHo is really looking better here. Oh. I like the Liberator just kind of following him around here. Okay, so he is going to use this for harassment. Splits 3 roaches up so he can one-shot SCVs, that main. Okay, catches this one coming in. You know, if you can unburrow both at the same time, you get way more damage. But this is not too bad, right? Not too bad. Still not liking the game for Wayne, personally. Feels like all GuMiHo has to do at this point is outscale, which is pretty easy to do. You just macro. Right? If you just sit here and keep making units and kind of keep an eye on what your opponent's doing, it's going to be pretty good for GuMiHo. Just roaches are too supply inefficient. All right, in comes the Liberator for a bit of harassment. You can see GuMiHo right now. He's like poking out and making sure there's still units in here. Dude, even this is pretty good, getting rid of the larva, stopping a bit of mining time. Wayne is like pretty desperate right now. He actually is going to GG, I think. He is losing a lot of units and really getting zero done. Now, honestly, I don't know about the speed with which Wayne GGs. Maybe he's one of these guys that stays in the game forever, but like his position is truly wretched right now. He's on equal workers as GuMiHo. Yeah, I mean, he's making a 4th hatch, so there's that. He's got 1-1. Okay. He's going to Hive. Okay. But his army is so garb. So incredibly garb. He has no way to deal with medevacs. GuMiHo, as he brings his army together, has like the potential for a push that could probably kill him. All right, kills that 4th base. I mean, you can see how tough this is for Wayne. Can't really defend that base, and then the medevacs are just flying around. They have all sorts of options about where they can go. They can even go home and just reinforce GuMiHo's main army. The supplies still sitting here the same. GuMiHo making like this wall that can't be penetrated. Okay, I like the transition idea. That's something I'm going to give to Wayne right now. I like this idea of the transition, right? Going into melee in the Ultralisk Cavern. That is probably... I don't think I could come up with a better idea, right? Because the Roach Ravager can kind of keep you alive for a bit, and it kind of wants certain units. You want certain units to counter it, right? Like maybe siege tanks are going to be very good. Marauders are going to be very good. And then you kind of switch it up a little bit, right? Yeah, a few infestors in there, nothing weird about that. But you switch it up a little bit, and suddenly you have Ling Ultra in there with chitinous and ultra speed, and like you're gonna be feeling pretty good about what that has capability wise, especially defensively. Like he can't attack into his opponent here. The Ultralisk Cavern hasn't been scouted, right? And I think it's not necessarily something GuMiHo's like thinking about right now. Like, oh, he's probably going ultras. I better be careful, right? I don't think that's occurring. But the amount of ultras that Wayne is making is actually going to give him a very reasonable shot at just killing this army. Like, this is a good army. It's a very good army. And it's the type of army that can kill a lot of Roach Ravager. But if you're going to add in... What's he got? Like, he's going to have 8 ultras here, I want to say. Chitinous is not done, so you don't want to do it quite yet. Back up, maybe. Back up, maybe. Okay. Ooh, the Blinding Cloud is pretty sick. The Fungals are pretty sick, too. Nice play there. Well, sets up that hatch. I don't think so. A little bit over the top. Showing the first Ultra. Gonna want to back up. Okay, see, now he's scanning. Now GuMiHo's like, okay, what exactly is this composition? That's not good enough. He needs a backup. He can't fight yet. He can't fight yet. This is kind of crazy. You know what? Ooh, if he sieges, the Blinding Cloud will be insane. Okay, there's the Blinding Cloud. That's a good one. The Ultras get on top of everything. Look at that. That's exactly what Wayne was looking for. Exactly what he was looking for. Good play. This was a good transition. I like it. I like it. Ultras can be so strong defensively. All right, so right now the Ultra's moving forward with the Ravagers, but like you got to be careful with this army too. If he starts picking everything off, you're going to be in trouble. A counterplay here from GuMiHo. Oh man, and so Wayne is not going to break through. It looks like with that army, but also taking a lot of damage from GuMiHo back here. You know, these are some of the problems when you end up playing a game like this. More ultras and lings on the way. +2 melee, +3 carapace still coming up. Ooh, that would be a great denial there on +3 carapace. Incredibly important upgrade. Very good kill. SCV is being sent across. Dude, he's actually breaking him over here. But don't forget, ultras have a hard time around buildings like this. The Ravagers can do a certain amount. Huge DPS over here from GuMiHo. Really breaking through this ultra. What a wild game that we have here. I wonder if this could turn into a draw. I'm always interested in seeing a draw. Okay, another ultra pops. He really needs to use his units as well as he can all together. So GuMiHo is not mining right now. The army is coming back. The standing army of Wayne on open ground wins, but there's like a lot of micro potential here. He's got liberators. He can go up a ramp, you know, those types of things. And then it becomes extremely, extremely hard to engage. And that's exactly what he's doing here. So Wayne right now has 25 workers. He does not have enough minerals for a hatchery. So that is an issue. Oh, God. And there's all his workers right there. They're all hidden in the main base. Ooh, this is tough. Okay, he's going to try to force the issue here. And I think that is the right choice. It sucks. Okay, gets the liberators. Does he have enough still left over after all those huge liberation shots? Okay, the scan goes down. He kills basically, yeah, he kills every single drone. And there's no minerals left for more drones as well. So it looks like Gumi is going to take it. GG. But I will tell you what. That was well done from Wayne to try to come back from that terrible, terrible position. Because he was in a bad position. You say it's a throw from Wayne. It's not a throw. It's not a throw. He was behind. And then he had a really good idea to go into ultras. He cleaned up an army pretty much, but then GuMiHo went for a counterattack. They did a little bit of a base trade. Terran's going to be favored in this type of situation. And GuMiHo set it up just right. Wayne did very well to start to come back, but don't call it a throw. That doesn't even make sense. He'd have to be ahead for that to be a throw, and he wasn't. GuMiHo is not S tier Terran. What are we talking about? GuMiHo is one of the best Terrans in the world.